Everybody, I hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to present to you a little bit of a fun but unrealistic scenario where in the 2028 election, former President Barack Obama faces against now who is President-elect Donald Trump in the 2028 presidential election. Now, this scenario would never happen because the Constitution, the 22nd Amendment, declares that presidents cannot serve more than 2 terms. But let's just say for fun that this does happen. Barack Obama, who is the most popular figure within the Democrat Party, and Donald Trump, who is the most popular figure within the Republican Party at the current moment. What would happen if we put them face to face in a futuristic scenario with the Electoral College shifts? Let's provide a little bit of context here. This is the 2024 election, where Trump has fundamentally changed the electoral map compared to just around 10 years prior, 10 to 12 years prior, when Barack Obama in 2012 against Mitt Romney swept states such as Florida, Ohio, Iowa. He had sizable margins in the blue wall states, in Nevada as well. But now, those states have fundamentally changed. The state of Florida is now a safe Republican state. Ohio and Iowa are pretty safe Republican states now as well. And the blue wall has completely collapsed. So, how do we take that shift and put it into this scenario? How would Obama do against the current president elect in 2028? Well, let's figure one thing. How old would these candidates be in 2028? Well, Obama would be into his 60s. Donald Trump would be into his early 80s. I think something you would notice is that there would be a huge energy difference between the two. Don't get me wrong, Trump is a unique electoral juggernaut and he has his own charisma and humor. But Barack Obama has a unique sense of charisma that's made him so popular even after his presidency. Yes, Obama's had his periods of low job approval, but towards the end of his term, he had his approval in the high 50s. You cannot say the same for Trump. And Donald Trump, despite winning the election, is not the most popular figure in the United States. So let's start filling this out. Let's fill out the safe blue states. You have the West Coast, you got Hawaii, Colorado. Illinois, in this case, I think would be safe. Despite it shifting more towards Trump in recent time, I think that it would swing back in Obama's favor. Also, traditionally Northeast states that go to Democrats, um, and I would include New Jersey in there. Even though New Jersey got under 10 in the 2024 election, I think Obama would swing that back pretty easily. And now let's go to the safe Republican states and just fill those out real quick. So here we are. Donald Trump with 124, Obama with 191. What can we fill out for the likely Democrat states? So the first one I want to fill out is Virginia. I think Virginia would go to Obama by around 8 to 12 points in this national environment. I think it would shift quite a bit to the left. New Hampshire, I think, would be between 5 and 10, along with Maine at large. And Nebraska's 2nd District, along with New Mexico. I would also include Minnesota in there. Yes, Minnesota was under 5 this election cycle, but I think it would shift around 7 to 8 points in favor of Obama. Yes, it is true that Trump has some Rust Belt appeal, but Obama also had that unique appeal too to much of the country. And as we start filling out these Rust Belt states, I think what we're going to see in this scenario is a shift towards Obama and away from Trump, because I think Obama's messaging, Obama's methods of attacking Trump, Obama's methods, his charisma And even though Obama's not so young anymore, he's still pretty young relative to Trump. And I think that would play a major role in enthusing Democrats, shifting the working class, and turning out minority votes. So, in this case, he sweeps the major three battleground states from the Midwest. Iowa and Ohio, I think, would go between 5 to 10 points in favor of Trump. These states have fundamentally changed. Despite Obama winning those Iowa and Ohio twice, those states have changed, and I think they would be off the table for him. And I don't think it would be wise for Obama in this case to focus on those. And even with just that, Obama already has 270 electoral votes. He's won, but he's going to get more. Florida, I'm going to put in a likely Republican scenario. Yes, Obama won that state twice too, but as with Ohio, as with Iowa, the state has changed. But I think Obama would definitely get that state around, I'd say, between 5 to 8 points in favor of Trump instead of 14. Georgia and North Carolina, I think those would flip in favor of Barack Obama. Absolutely. He would bolster black turnout, and with suburban shifts, I think those would go heavily in favor of Obama, without a doubt. Let's also go up here to Maine 2nd District. I think that would still go to Trump. It's heavily rural. Trump has been the kingmaker at getting the rural vote out in favor of him, and I think he would maintain that. Nebraska's 1st District, I think, would go to Trump by a likely margin. It did narrow up a little bit in the 2024 election from what I recall, but I think Obama would definitely narrow it down even more. The state of Texas. Texas is a bit tough because Texas did, before the 2024 election, showed some signs of narrowing. But I do not think even Obama would win the state. I think that would go to Trump by around 5 points or so, 5, 6 points, which would be a huge swing. But I think Obama would definitely narrow that state significantly. And in the Southwest, Obama would win Nevada and barely clinch on to Arizona. So this is the Electoral College map that I have. Obama 319, Trump 219. I know not everybody might be happy with this, but this is based on my analysis, my opinion. Yes, Trump is an electoral juggernaut, but Obama is too. He won twice in quite sizable margins. And even in his back then, Obama oftentimes defied the polls and overperformed. Trump has done the same thing in his own unique way, but I think if you put these two candidates side by side, I think most voters would see the contrast, and Obama would win over the hearts of independents again, minority voters, the black vote, or Hispanic voters, white working class voters, suburbs. Trump might do a little bit better or around the same with rural votes, but rural votes does not win you an election. You need other groups. You can't win alone from these safe Republican states. You need to expand out. And I think that Obama will be able to overcome any sort of hurdles that Trump has been able to put in place in recent electoral history. So this is my electoral college prediction. Obama 319, Trump 219. Obama wins the electoral college by around 100 electoral votes. I also think he would win the national popular vote. Thank you for staying tuned. If you like this, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. And if you disagree, that's totally fine too. This is just my opinion. But thank you very much. Have a great day.